The British government wants these talks wrapped up by the end of January, but realistically they're thinking probably February. Now, I'm actually standing in the legal quarter in Belfast. The courts are just about 2 streets away from me here, and it was there about 4 months ago that it was actually ruled that the protocol had breached the Act of the Union, and that has caused great problems in amongst the loyalist and unionist communities and some of the business communities, it must be said. So I spent the weekend sort of gauging, as I always do, with various politicians what's going on. And this weekend I was with some of the loyalist community, and they were saying, well, there was no arguing with what they were saying. They were saying, look, if Liz Truss is any good at all and can get a deal out, it's now when Britain are in the Ukraine. They're having to sort out Europe's problems with gas and to stop Russia getting involved where it shouldn't get involved. If they can't get a deal now, they're never going to get a deal. And I'm actually doing a story today about red diesel and how it's being stopped being used across the UK in infrastructure and roads building from 1st of April, which is a massive subsidy. And of course, the Republic of Ireland has green diesel, so it means that you can go and quarry stone far cheaper in the south and bring it north. So it's these type of things are the things that are going to hurt us very, very badly if the protocol stays in place.
When you and I were travelling around Northern Ireland before Christmas, Dougie, the first GB News on tour, we did GB News Northern Ireland Week, didn't we? More of those coming up in the next few weeks and months. But when we were travelling around together, Dougie, it was clear to me that quite a lot of the business community was learning to live with the protocol, but a lot of the political community, particularly the unionist community, thought it had to end, and the British government was under pressure to invoke so-called Article 16, pulling the plug on the whole thing. Could that happen?
Well, Article 16 is only it's a red herring, really, because once they pull it, it triggers more negotiations for about 3 months. Yes, you're quite right. The unionist leaders here are under real threat. Jeffrey Donaldson from the DUP is facing elections here in May. He's currently behind in the polls, not very far behind, but he is behind in the polls. We could be looking at a Sinn Féin First Minister here. But unionists will probably never ever take their seats in that government because the protocol actually legally divides us from the rest of the UK with no consent, no political rights, so no unionist is ever going to take their seats. So I think really that Jeffrey Donaldson is under real pressure now to either pull down the institutions of Stormont very, very quickly and very soon, because if he does any later than that, it'll be seen that he just did that on the run-up to the election as a stunt. So Jeffrey Donaldson may be in the most precarious situation, but I think that Liz Truss has her work cut out in order to stop anything else in Northern Ireland, either industry walking away or violence coming back in Northern Ireland.